嘿，我係天，繼續玩呢個極樂 Disco。我哋上集講到圖書館入邊嘅健身房，呢度有間房。咁呢一度都有個秘密嘅入口喺度。觀到呢度都有啲。有啲黑喺度，好似有電紅啫。一個大壇子入邊都係奇怪嘅液體，野生動物黑暗中凝視住你，佢哋嘅肚塞滿咗啲嘢，裝喺架度。哇！呢黑好黑啊！成件事，佢喺蜘蛛網下面嘅。飛艇直轉翼，忽然間嗰一幕一個裸體嘅人睇模型，一種奇怪嘅色。冇電添，來腳有電，而家再上啦。我哋再深挖埋呢一度先，3.52，3蚊。呢度有互動。
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned. Your flashlight, some of the writing has faded with age, but these lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins casting wax-based magic. Translucent welkins with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however. It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-welkin races will be purged. The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin, Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin to rule them all.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures. Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game.
These
looks like concept art for a project. It's not really.
概念圖嚟嘅，唔係真。其中有一個精靈至上主義者。
Political commentary. That one has a great beard too.
都好有教育意義，我哋都冇嚟精靈。
Just look at those details. So much effort.
And for what? All gone.
查埋張相。
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe.
查看呢個計劃表。
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details." The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: Call in, Tune out, Wirral Untethered, and Heat Death of the Universe. Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area. She tries hard not to look at the bookstore windows.
咁睇嚟，我哋查晒啦，睇晒啦，離開先。到第一邊。
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. A diagram for summoning some time-forgotten being. The symbols seem very esoteric.
我見到嘅係咩嚟
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
所以話我哋依家處理緊醫學問題。
You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled The Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants.
個名叫做遊戲管理員頻率。咁遊戲管理員係邊個咧
Someone very important. The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people.
大型執放遊戲嘅統領。嗰個係遊戲嘅話，咁邊個玩遊戲
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. All of this is gone, left unrealized. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
點解咁講
The schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
仲有啲咩咧
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
冇嘢啦。呢一邊咧，一本筆記本要草寫住宇宙中最高級嘅角色扮演遊戲開發者。仲有冇嘢要調查？呢啲調查過啦。先，呢個咧，蘭斯勇，我係好遠，備註仲考過。呢個櫃好似有啲嘢，錢1.5。
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework.
The radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
你覺得我應該將佢打開
We had one of these down at the station, but I never really learned how to use it.
咁試下打開部機睇下先。
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
睇下格格兩邊。
It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have
冇
been
插
left
電喎呢
dangling,
個，
disconnected.
This is where the memory should go.
放撳播放鍵，
Nothing
咩
happens.
都冇發生，再撳咧
Nothing
冇發
happens.
生，撳列印鍵咧
Nothing happens.
都冇發生，咁就先。即係
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
有人想用科學技術驅除魔咒。
No, that's not it.
詛咒啊
I think it looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment.
佢哋諗住點做咧？
Two call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the game master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
His fascination has swept aside other concerns for the moment. He's a little hooked.
之前有冇做過？有冇人做過呢個？
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry. But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an inter-isolary game before. We just don't have the technology.
呢個係個角色扮演遊戲。
Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board game, with hit death thrown in.
有得公司發生到。
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
哇哦！
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but
如果佢哋覺得自己做到咁就即係黐到線。
yes, especially in here. Okay, let's keep
經
moving.
驗值
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. Nothing happened.
都係冇嘢發生。呢度提出去定係點啊？咦，有新地方喎！呢一度反而都有。
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red.
呢個咩嘢嚟㗎？好似係一隻巨大冰熊。
The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A sharp slice of light shines out from its mysterious belly door.
將門
A
叫
gust
開，
of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
我反而想知雪櫃有啲咩。
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
將個門個邊條攞落。
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
冰箱嘅手寫便條，檢查入邊包裝紙嘅。
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge.
首先點解一間廢棄地下室入邊咁大磚冰熊形狀係冰箱嘅？
Good question.
係咯，
It looks like an ice cream fridge.
雪糕嘅雪糕冰箱，所以佢哋諗住用呢個超級食肉動物嚟買雪糕啊！
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The fridge buzzes.
爭到唔先，手寫嘅便條，有個手寫嘅便條，一個雪糕製造機搞到冇插電。 呢個咧，手電筒頭一個奇怪陰影，呢度有個隱蔽嘅入口。呢台凍住嘅雪糕機製造機仲係運行。
Two cables are plugged into the breaker.
電源箱插住兩條線。咦？呢度有得攞呢個治療道具係咪錢
？Two cables are plugged into an electric sizzle. The room is slightly cold. Somewhere in the dark, something close to you.
Why did you do that?
佢黑色咁，我唔似紅色嗰條。
The lieutenant raises his brows. Somewhere, something close.
Why did you do that?
因為佢黑色會硬軟就嘅。
The lieutenant raises his somewhere, something close to you.
Why did you do that?
The lieutenant.
我時唔乜你又要拆嗰個接入冰箱電源箱嘅對講機電視，嗰個櫃桶有冇嘢？瘋狂嘅冇眼半背心，上邊呢？咦，咪我嚟翻呢邊咯，即係解鎖係呢一度。入邊都係調查喎，入邊翻嚟檢查騎馬姐見面碑再概念化，有人將壞咗嘅槍執埋天花板下。
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
入邊太黑，咩都見唔到。我哋邊度
？Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
埲牆有個窿。
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
好啦，我
Your
想
hand
睇下
reaches
先。
deep into darkness and spider webs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles
喂，
hidden
步槍
away.
阿
Are
健，
these any good?
檢查步
Most of them
槍，
are
大部
rusty
分
and
都生鏽
inoperable,。like the rest, but one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others. Take it. You're a police officer. Police officers carry guns.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
呢個咩意思？呢
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
He likes this find.
佢中意呢個發現。有把古董步槍，我係買
A few bricks of
好多錢嘅呢個步槍。嗱，個冰紅雪櫃就已經檢查完啦。呢個咧，呢一度好似未睇。牆壁都倒下，目前無法通過。
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney. No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs.
What are you doing? Wait, really? Take your head out of the chimney, please. It's not safe.
It feels safe to know that the lieutenant's got your back. Now and all. This sounded real, not imagined.
用梅夫把手
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. You feel the spirit of Ramut Karzai, ancient hero of Grad, pulsing through you. All that's left is to cover your face in war paint.
哈德拉姆特哈塞尔用
3 dangerous stripes appear onto your cheeks, telling stories of your wild soul.
都唔知講乜嘢。
What are you
我係
doing?
遠古以馬戰事發生。
Please wipe your face clean, officer.
唔好擦掉地，擦乾淨，唔好擦得。
These 3 stripes give you strength in this dangerous realm. It would be foolish to remove them.
我哋正在黑暗地方受襲，
And this protects you.
呢個係傳統戰爭嘅油彩，佢可以令我紅手為呢度嘅靈魂一齊安全通過。
Okay, sure.
哇，有
Go
新
ahead.
技能點喎？係先。睇先加啲咩咧？升強身健體。啲我聽到啲聲或者係邪惡嘅存在。
You're right. The rooms do look like they're connected. But malignant entities don't exist. At least not the supernatural kind.
對住壁爐裏面講哈魯，到時先佢話高嘅。
Something breaks loose in you.
都得，
A mighty bellow
居然都得。
echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
喂，有個女聲，哦，
you've awakened the entity.
有女聲喎，我已經差你邊。
Hello? Did you say
加五經
anything?
驗值，
I can't hear you. Please come upstairs.
You know,
There is a
go
safe
for-
curtain on the 2nd floor. I'll open it.
You hear a low rumble upstairs, the sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
用腳踢
A
開
hollow ring echoes through the furnace. Your toe hurts.
呢個都
A lush layer, you feel the spirit of yes, the lieutenant.
就先。
A thick layer of
恢復生命值先。美片有多個可以致靈。呢個就係 Anna 嘅辦公室，係嘛？呢個係啲咩發現？一個白滑雪板噴流嘅字樣，人類最頂層包膜上。呢個咧鋼鐵旋翼上面有噴流嘅標誌。呢個係有啲咩？
the note is written.
Does it say anything?
This is someone has scribbled. S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen...
Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here.
或者佢哋係匆忙之間離開。
That's a plausible hypothesis.
所以其實我當時知撞嘢係咩？
It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer.
It's like the production schedule you found. Only this one's an off-site copy.
呢個姜色頭髮嘅小文馬喺邊
Really? You don't have a single guess?
你意思係昆羅
Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on a filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter.
你知唔知道嗰台結冰嘅雪糕製造機喺邊？
I don't know. I assume it's somewhere.
Didn't you see one,
呢
Brighton?
條收氣嘅。仲有做啦，我哋頭先去翻路邊啊，睇先，係喎，呢度有冇去過咧？咦，呢度好似未去過喎，呢度係咪？下屬度，下屬呢一度先，用雪形成嘅水凼放住一隻鞋，一堆鞋，咩㗎？明信片、道具，售價係22。呢個托盤入邊周圍都係色仔、彩色、多面色，有幾百個。呢個咩？呢台糖果販賣機經過改裝，其中裝入咗呢個畫家。
Hello, I'm Nia.
色仔嘅製造者。Nia.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius. So what kind of dye are you looking
色
for?
仔點解
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now.
等等，你話電台咩意
Yes,
思？
Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
你一定係將我同其他人整搞混晒，搞亂咗。
Then how did you get inside?
我敲
By the south
窗口
entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
你點解問我色仔嘅嘢？
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
As she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with a ring. Her bones light, but her hands strong. Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
當然啦，我中意角色扮演遊戲，而且我中意。
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set, unless you want something really unusual. Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want.
This person means you, or no one else. Absolutely no harm.
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
你自己中唔中意角色扮演遊戲？
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
She's thankful for the security they provide her.
你知呢度冷樓飛船背後俾私刑處死嘅男人。
Nothing really.
好多人咩都唔知
I didn't know
喎，即佢。
Who cares about the dead body? We might be dealing with a malignant entity here. The lieutenant looks at his notebook. Then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
你話每日宣流嘅聲啫，未試。
Well, There's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard. During daytime, there are usually those kids, and lately I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
She's not sorry to disappoint you. Informing on someone in a murder investigation would intrude upon her focused existence.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid. I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness. It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone. It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
She nods.
Anything else, officer? We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
被詛咒嘅商業區，問新奇向識新奇即指匠人關詢問翻詛咒嘅事。
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
問佢詛咒嘅事。
Creative.
我聽過呢個地方被詛咒，知道呢度都叫呢度被詛咒嘅商業區。
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
等等，你點解釋呢公司發生嘅事？
It's just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail.
普羅桑斯拍我嚟，佢確信呢個地方充滿咗邪惡啦。
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energy spared her somehow?
其實書店嘅狀況並唔理想。
Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in racks? Some people say it's... You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East of the Commerce Central project.
係啊，但係佢都係一棟隔開建築物，就入唔到呢一。
And then there is me. I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
係咪易啊？
What, so the curse only affects people with poor work ethics? What you're describing isn't a curse, it's capitalism.
Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic
我開始
quest.
覺得並冇咩再做，即係商業抉擇同自然事嘅
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane and boring. But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today?
Plaisance is not going to like what you have to tell her.
其他租戶發生咩事，其他都唔喺度。
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
呢度以前係美發店係咪？
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
You wouldn't like it either. The others would laugh at you.
稍微嘗試下點嘅啫，顧客應該思想再開放
I
啲。
guess it just wasn't the time yet.
健身房仲
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemidep's boxing club, a community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs
亞
and
係
crime.
亞特米台邊個
The？ kind man, from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back.
呢個又或者呢個係昆樂需要， 以社區為中心嘅拳擊俱樂部。
Kuno. Who's Kuno?
佢有啲似呢個附近嘅小霸王，係咯。
Oh yes, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth? Yes,
講
I've
粗口
heard
喎
him yelling
我條友
profanities in the backyard. I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid.
個社區嘅進展專案進展連。
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
You should have known it.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
破窗戶係咩意思？
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff milias. Who would have guessed? And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
妙啊！嗰啲雜物真係幾型，但係鼻煙電台咩？
It's a sub-Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
What does she mean? To
Don't worry, the AC...
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators.
有人喺呢度做毛絨填充活動物，我喺周圍做。
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs.
吸毒。
but what drugs
我
exactly?
想知道吸咩毒品，為咗我嘅檢測報告。
He got high on some weird taxidermy chemicals. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Eventually, they caused him to lose control of his bladder. The smell was awful.
Even you can probably do better than that. You can almost see it. A small, sickly old man
我
hunched
發現一
behind his
啲好
work
貴
desk,
嘅人
his
係
pants stained with oat.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years until the insect rights activists came. The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings. And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
好高興有人關照呢個小家伙，我中意軍診。
Really? Anyway,
Poor guy. Suddenly, you get a feeling that insects are important to the case somehow. It's hard to say why.
船熱同滑雪板咩？
they were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money. Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
有意思，咁呢啲傳送信號係講啲咩？
The usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns.
Men like that are a curse.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those skis and blades are still lying around in the house. Not much use now, I guess.
我發現到一台奇怪機器，
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
She liked them.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral. They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
你話住由 自由主義係咩意思？發生咩事？
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
出啲咩差錯？
Well, I did hear them talking at times. They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
即係㗎，佢哋一定踏上咗無限自由限像嘅旅途。
That's what I thought. Because when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep up new businesses and so on. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic and to show up to work on time.
She's right. Showing up to work on time is important. Showing up to work on time is hard. No, scratch that. Showing up to work at all is difficult. Especially if
按時上班確實係困難
And so is
嘅
producing something extraordinary.
有經驗值去
something strains her face before she looks up again.
Anything else?
地下室有個超級嚇人嘅熊仔標
Oh boy, the fabled Revachol ICT. You're in for a treat here. The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
咁好啦，其他諗
There was really just one, and it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
Sounds like she Fritter does the same thing.
我識得個女仔就係佛地多雜料嘅收銀員。
Employing silky teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. Unfortunately, they always come in packs. I'm talking about acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the shop. At least that's what happened with Ravachol ICT. And they already had the bear.
嗰隻熊做咩咧？
The bear.
好成功咩？
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted. Eventually, Ravachol ICT lost the price war to its rival, Glace 5000. Glace 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a
新
piece
地址
out
即
of
係買
regular
5分
fridges.
錢，係市場發揮啲作用。
Maybe, because the taxidermist who made the bear definitely wasn't. Doing he said that the bear was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants.
超食
Called
獸
it
係咩？
Megatherion, a mega wild beast.
巨大嘅野獸係咩？
It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life. By telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
Maybe this wise and noble beast can guide you toward those amphetamines you've been. The horrific necktie tightens around your neck.
喂，
Strangely
你唔覺得
excited,
嗰個？你覺得
but
嗰個
it
幻
doesn't
想野
feel
獸可以進入
particularly
我
fun
到外灘
this time around.
安非他命。
I don't, officer. You should stay away from drugs. Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream.
Outside it's light.
Anything else? Another failed business,
棟
perhaps?
嘅
I've
建
been
築
here for a long
對
time.
但係都冇用。
Oh, right. I think none of those doorbells work,
所以
including
空白
mine.
名
I'm
牌嘅
still in the
名
middle
嚟
of. That's right. I haven't even written my name there.
我諗
As I said, it's quite useless
南
right
樓
now.
飛
It
船
doesn't work
都係
yet.
綜合建築嘅部分。
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East Delta Commerce Center project. That explains why you can call the whirling from the in.
If the whirling is part of the same building, then it's part of the
見到一
June
個名叫
commercial
東
area.
義東
The
義
darkness of this place is there
德
too.
爾塔彈珠喎。
Right. It used to be a gaming arcade. This is an ancient failure, before my time. I'm not surprised, however. My advice, don't base your business on a fad. Hypnotism, floriography,
Agreed.
His disdain for pinball could not be
我成日
clearer.
打俾一間行路 SCA 公司，
It can't be true. They don't work here anymore. They've been. Are you sure it was Slipstream SEA? Was it a woman? Maybe it was Play Sounds from. Oh, right. But did this person say anything? Tricentennial Electrics? It used to be.
No, it was something else. It was eerie.
Oh, the kids these days. We were just one of them, and now they're terrorizing us. No solidarity.
SCA 秘密係可能係播入錄音嚟，我稍後再播多次係咪？預算將
Why would Slipstream SEA have 100-year-old recording? As I'm still convinced.
My money is on electrical anomaly. I've heard of it.
Sure, I'm listening. I'm pretty sure it's sure. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What? I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified things a
呢
bit.
度低喎，
What?
低就唔好搏住，唔好搏一搏。我同佢傾咗好耐，長幾長啊！即係由呢邊出翻出去喎，其實係由呢邊出翻出去。已經解鎖啦。之前我哋未解鎖呢部分，解鎖。
Old call box with a
Fuck, does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't.
The man before you is naked.
Of course. Come back.
Vanished into.
呢度可以入公寓嘅一條路，喂你喺度啊
Good. We had enough problems with bums and drunks and thieves loitering in the hallway. You have no business here.
佢係都唔俾我哋入去喎，呢度冇你嗰事。哇！呢度非常高喎，即係佢你係個真正嘅警察。好，
You're well versed in the kind of threatening legalese that implies criminal liability, but in fact has no meaning. Obviously, look at that vague yet threatening stuff spewing forth from your mouth.
妨礙緊警方辦公，可能被逼呢為前眾嘅訴訟對象。
I know my rights, and don't you marm me, boy.
Miss, would it help if we offer to show you our badges?
Hold your horses. I don't care about your stinking badge. Just come
呢
in.
個公寓大樓嘅鎖匙，人台上吸煙者就呢個更新咗。周圍打聽佢嘅公寓號，我可以入去咯，入去公寓。幫我諗住坦白
You're back. Good. What can...
條意思